Now, we've got one last item here for you now, and this is a bit of more rolling stock news for you, and this is Oxford Rail's Mk3a coaches in 00 gauge. Now, this caused a bit of a buzz on our social media recently when we posted the pictures of this, and it's actually painted samples for the Virgin Trains liveried versions, which have been very highly anticipated since they were announced by Oxford.
And this really is, for me, the most striking livery that these coaches ever carried.
Absolutely.
Replicating that Virgin Trains livery that was used along the West Coast Main Line from 1996 right through until about 2009, when the last set was painted in the what they call the Pretendolino livery, as it matched the Pendolinos in use at the time as well. But these Mk3s have been in service on the West Coast for over 40, 50 years now as well. Now, to see this particular variation coming through on the Oxford Rail model, you can see in some of the real close-ups there, just the sheer amount of detail they're getting on this really. NEM couplings, full bogie detailing, an interior, fine printing on the windows. I mean, what more is there to say?
They are absolutely stunning, these. They are looking absolutely fantastic. As you said there's a ton of detail. You can see the separately fitted parts on the roof there as well, and you can see the comparison to the real-life model as well there, that they are shaping up to be befitting of what they look like in real life, shall we say. You've got metal buffers on there as well. Obviously, these are the Mk3a Loco hold stock, so they did have the buffers on there, so they are fully tooled up, correct for what they should be. And there are 3 different variations with different coach types, enabling you to run a fully prototypical train from that era. You've got first open, you've got restaurant first, and you've got tourist second open coaches coming through. We've seen samples, as you can see just now, for the first class and the restaurant first ones, and we are waiting to see one for the tourist second open as well, but I'm sure we'll see that at some point soon. But from these, you can just see how fantastic these are going to be, and it's great to see something that will be paired perfectly well with a lot of the ready-to-run locomotives that are out there at the moment, such as Hornby's 87 as well. So a lot of great opportunities for you guys who are modelling that late 90s, early 2000s scene on the West Coast Main Line.
And having models of this high quality as well coaches of this high quality, means that the quality doesn't really end with the locos. Certainly many years ago in models, the locos had the details and the rolling stock didn't. But with these particular vehicles, and even cutting back for a second to the suburban coaches we've got here with the 4P as well, to have a full rake of highly detailed vehicles just makes it so much more complete an image, really, as well. Having that 87 or a Class 90 or an 86 on the front as well. Coming through with those coaches, you've got the separately fitted footsteps, you've got the flush glazed windows, the full interior, separate handrails on the top and the sides as well. The real finesse of the printing, some of those close-ups there got really close, but you could still read all the signs and letters as well. To have that high quality, really,
totally,
for such a great price point as well.
And those fully detailed interiors as well, which is fantastic, and they're all properly tooled up for each different coach type as well.
Yes.
So they do look absolutely fantastic. And what's more, they're coming in at £32.50 each, which is a great price, as you say, for all of that detail on there. You can't really go wrong with this, and it's, as I say, it's fantastic to be able to pair this with some of the recent new locomotives that have been coming through as well, so it's something perfect for them to haul. Now, we've got a couple of comments here. We've got Nathan says, I've been looking forward to these Virgin Mk3s. A lot of people have been saying this over on our social. Fond memories of seeing them at Manchester Piccadilly when I was younger with an 87 or a 90 on the end.
Got it spot on. Yeah.
Bit of nostalgia for me there as well. I think some of my earliest railway memories are of Virgin Mk3 coaches, so be a bit of an interesting one for me to get, I think,
and
as well.
And they do cover a surprising amount of the UK as well, working from London to Glasgow. They did occasionally head into Wales to Holyhead as well, Liverpool, as you mentioned, and Manchester as well. So some real opportunities to get those across the west coast of England and behind some fantastic locos.
That's it. We've got Jamie Smith says, I agree, Dave. Virgin Mk3 is just an icon of the start of privatisation, the best livery by far. I totally agree with that as well. It's a stunning livery.
It was so different to everything else that went before, even though there was some really nice liveries such as Intercity there and Network South East. This was so striking and completely changed the image of the railways, and really leaves us with what we've got today.
Well, I think we discussed it before when we were taking a look at the Virgin 87, is that was around this time when Virgin, they were given a lot of this older stock by BR, and they really wanted to make their mark on it and show that they were going to make a change and get things going. So obviously things changed once they bought all the new stock in, like the Pendolinos and the Voyagers, and they got their newer colour scheme in there. But this was a bit of a statement of intent by Virgin, really, to say, we're going to make a change here. We're going to make a go of this on the West Coast Main Line. So it was quite an important livery, that one. We've got SLD51 says, love the Virgin Mk3s. Are they the local Horde version? Yes, they are, so they've got the metal buffers on there. We've got Joe Light Railway says, I like these Virgin carriages in this livery as being back in my childhood. May have a few, so similar situation to me there with his 86s. And then we've got Clive Cobold says he'd like Oxford Rail to make the Mk3a an Intercity Executive livery as well. So we have seen them in...
You can get it in the Intercity Swallow at the moment, and certainly Intercity Executive is a little bit of a gap in their range to really have that mid-1980s colour scheme between the BR Blue and Grey and the Intercity Swallow as well. But Oxford are bringing through more and more liveries on these really popular coaches. Of course, you can order them right now in ScotRail livery, in BR livery as well, the Blue Grey, and in the Intercity Swallow livery we just mentioned. So who knows? We'll no doubt see more in the future there, I think.
I think so. They've only just got started with these, and there's been a lot of great liveries we've seen so far, as you say, and with more coming through in Horizon 2. So I think we've not seen the end of the story for these yet, have we?
Not at all.